Assalamu alaikum everyone. After I filmed this, I noticed that this thing reflects, and I was in my PJs, so I had to change. Anyways, to get to the point here, we're doing a lipstick holder for your lipsticks. Make it easier, to pick because I have a lot of lipstick products, but I cannot see their color if they're clear or they're hidden in a drawer or something, and then you just can't see what you own. So this way it's going to be a little bit easier to store them so that you could see them and use them. So you have two options to do this thing. Do it yourself, as in getting the boxes and cutting them through, or you could go to any store that sells cigars and they have those boxes. It's a display for the cigars. So to get to the point here, I'm going to show you how I'm going to be doing this. Alright, so if you have those like cardboard things, then you need it to be cut. So you just take the size of whatever container you're going to be using, and you're going to cut through as many as like little pocket things that you want. But you have to make sure that it's not too small so that your lipstick could fit. So if you have like a square, then you're gonna cut them all the same size. If you have a rectangle, you have to take your measurements, and obviously vertical is gonna be different size than your horizontal ones. So after you get them all done and you put them in the slits, so then you cut like through them these little cuts. So then you just put them this way. So to show you here, so if this is cut here, you're gonna put it this way. So you just keep putting them. Hopefully you guys could see, because it's kind of hard. I can't hold the camera and use my two hands, but so once you get that, obviously the slits will be down. So you're gonna turn your boxes again and put the rest of the cardboard thing. So let me move the camera just so you can see on the top how it looks. Okay, that's that. So now we have to put these two through these slits. So they just have to stand through the splits in here. See? So now we're creating these little pocket things. So that's where your lipsticks are going to be staying. If you want to make them a little bit shorter, then you always could go and cut your box shorter so that it's not as high as these. Alright, there we go. So that's how it's going to look. This used to be a chocolate container. Let's see. Ferrero chocolate. So it just comes. Apparently, I had it for a while, so I needed to use it for something. And then you just put your thing in here. Obviously, my sizes are a little bit off, but it really doesn't matter. Just you have to have it, like kind of in the center. And then you just store your lipsticks in there. Obviously my box is a little bit bigger, but oh well, I could still pull them out easily. You just have to see, you got the colors there, so it's a lot much easier to see. Obviously if I have the box a little bit smaller, it would be better. And you could put your lip glosses, any lipsticks. Obviously if you have like these kind of lipsticks that have the name on top, so you just put that there so that you can see the name. Obviously after you have a bunch in the middle, you could always lay some over here, but if it's closer like this, so it's gonna be better to hold your lipsticks because of the corner of the container, but it still does the job. Obviously I hope you guys got the message and you'll like my tutorial. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and check out my Facebook page. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask, and have a good night. Bye. Okay, so I did some adjustments. So instead of this being a little too small, I got this type of color. It really doesn't matter. Like, it's nothing fancy. Unless you want to make it cute, then you could always paint it. Um, I think I would just cover the container with something like um, any kind of print, or just put a bow around it or something. I'll figure out something to make it cute. But over here inside, you could always store it. So now it's like it's exactly the size. So it would fit better. It's not going to be all flimsy and going everywhere. So that way, and I got it a little bit shorter, so that way it's easier to pull out your lipsticks and you could always see it. So thanks again for watching. Bye.